What's up, guys? Saturday evening football. Matt and Mo here from the lines. This is Arizona and the Rams. This is 6.5 in favor of the Rams. 47.5 is our total. Quick reminder, everything to do absolutely free. Hit that subscribe button down below. Let us know in the comment section how you are going to play this Cardinal squad on the road at the Rams. Mo, I think that this isn't outside of Vegas. I don't think I'm being crazy by saying it's maybe the least home field advantage that there is in the NFL. We've seen this stadium. It's basically half full with opposing fans all the time as it is. So I don't know if you really factor much into the home field advantage here with this one. Pretty quick little flight from Phoenix to LA too, if anybody's trying to get out of town from Phoenix. Arizona dead in the playoffs. Obviously Rams, every single thing to play for.
Yeah. So obviously I love the Cardinals. But this is to me just like the most classic of NFL late season spots.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the side that seemingly has the motivation, and they're playing a dead division rival that I think is still going to come out and play hard. I don't see why they wouldn't. I think all of these teams pretty much play hard against their division rivals. And I think the line is reflecting an unreality, basically, that the Cardinals are just going to come out and sleepwalk. I don't think that's going to be a thing. And given that, I just do not see how this line can be 6.5, man. I know that both tackles are out for Arizona. That's obviously a concern for me, as really the only strength of any sort the Rams have on their defense is their edge rush. But if there's a quarterback that can mitigate that, it's probably Kyler Murray. He can escape, and I don't think they're going to pass a ton anyways. I think both teams are going to come out and pound the rock and probably do so effectively. That's going to shorten the game, less possessions, less time for the Rams to run away with this one. I would caution people against looking back at that first game. I know the Cardinals crushed them, but that was when the Rams had like one starting lineman or something ridiculous. Yes. So
that was
whatever.
A completely different team. Yeah.
I'm not like thinking about that. I just want people to know that that's not why I'm doing this. But yeah, I think this line is just way too high, man. If this game happened 3 weeks ago, the Rams would have been like -3 here. I do not understand how 6.5 is the number. This is bananas.
And it looks like they're going to have both Connor and Benson back in this one for the Cardinals. And normally, I know hashtag running backs don't matter, but weirdly, James Conner matters to this. James Conner matters to this offense. Like you watch, like James Conner was having a day, and then when he went out, this offense started to stumble and fall and all kinds of things like that. And I think that this is obviously, guys, I'm leading into that I did play the Cardinals, and we'll come back in on the Cardinals too if this thing happens to get to 7. Which, by the way, this is a juiced 6.5 at 1, 2, 3, 4 different books out there. Like, I don't know, since it is a standalone, island game, whether the favorite is going to get a bunch of money coming in on them or not. But I would come back in for a second helping if this got to the full touchdown. That's for sure. And like you said, there are some teams that you can tell, Mo, that like did quit and have quit, and then other teams you can tell that are still like really going at it. And I don't want to do the rah-rah thing here either, but it is a divisional game in which like you can make it way harder for the team to get to the playoffs and maybe knock them out of the play. All the stuff that goes into some of this stuff that you have to pump these guys up with to get them to keep playing hard once their season is dead. And there is all of that. And then also, man, like, just if I'm the GM, if I'm the coaches, if I'm whatever, like Kyler and Marvin Harrison never got on the same page all season long. Like, this isn't like, oh, okay, we had a great season, well-oiled machine, we're going to head into the offseason, like, we're going to come back next year. They're like, Marvin Harrison, arguably, Mo, like the 8th best rookie receiver in the NFL this year, like, if that. Just didn't get off at all, really, with Kyler Murray. So I think there's still a lot to prove here for Arizona in these last couple of games. And I think that they moved the ball here as well. I was tempted at the over. I didn't play it. I think both of these teams can score. I was tempted at getting in on the 47.5. That's not to say if I play some kind of just for fun, same game parlay type thing or something, that I won't do that as well. But that's kind of where I'm leaning. It would be over. And like I said, I did take some 6.5 and certainly will come back in for some 7 if it happens to be available.
Yeah, I mean, Marvin has stunk up the joint.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is. He hasn't been very good. But like you said, a younger team, I think they want to build with the core in place. Yeah, like I don't see any reason they're not going to come out. I mean, we talk about player effort all the time, but like the coaching staff, like you said, and the front office is still going to be pushing for good performances and building in the next season. And like I know everyone loves Matt Stafford, but let's just like be honest with what's happening. He's had one good game in 5 weeks. Mm-hmm. I mean, he has actually pretty much sucked for a month. He wrecked the Bills, and that was about it, man. Yeah. I mean, they have not been playing well. So I do not. I know Kyler hasn't been playing well either, but I just do not see how this line can be 6.5.
I also always look to with Kyler games like, what is the pressure rate that the opponent brings? What is the blitz rate that the opponent brings? Because like you're always a Kyler backpedaling 11 steps, horrible interception away from your bet getting crushed. But it's like they're in the bottom 10. The Rams are in the bottom 10 in both of those categories. So like hopefully we're not dealing with that like too much or whatever. Like when I'm backing Kyler, the only thing I start to scream at the television is when I see him running straight backwards, and I'm like, oh, my God.
Every single interception he throws is a head scratcher. Yeah. I've never seen a quarterback who, like, a higher percentage of their interceptions are, like, absolute, like, Spock meme, where you're just like, how did you even think that was a thing that you could try to do?
I know. And, like, so if I see like heavy pressure rate, heavy blitz rate, things like that with teams, like sometimes I pump the brakes with Kyler because like the dude's going to be worth one horrible turnover, maybe 2, whatever, but shouldn't be the case here with the Rams, at least if things hold up for the season. So I do like this a ton. Like I said, guys, by the time you watch this, if this thing is at 7, I love it at 7. Like, I mean, I like it at 6.5 a pretty good bit. I love it at 7. So if you can get it at 7, then definitely get in on that one. If you want to discuss it with everybody else that's betting this game, we have a free Discord over on thelines.com, upper right-hand corner, and go ahead and click on that. That also is absolutely free in that one. So go in, chat with Mo, chat with all the different people that are going to be betting this one. Give us a thumbs up in this thing. Come on, man. Everything we do is free. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. 50,000 plus people have already. So go ahead, join the masses here and go ahead and get in on not just the NFL season, but of course all the other sports as well. For Mo, I'm Matt. Good luck on all your Cardinals Rams bets.